Hello everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So I thoroughly enjoyed filming my first booktube video last week that I decided I wanted to do another one. And I'm going to be talking about a book that I am currently reading that I'm trying to finish before the end of October, but I only have 2 days left. So I think it's going to go into November. And then I'm going to talk about a trilogy that I had read years ago. I actually never read the last one, so 2 books out of 3. And I've decided that I want to pick it up again because it feels fit for the weather and for the setting. And I say setting because I'm going to talk about a concept of how I see books and films and kind of how I pick out the things that I want to read. So first things first, I want to talk about the book that I'm currently reading. I am reading Mary Shelley's Frankenstein. I have this lovely copy, part of the Cranford collection. My mother has a few books in this collection, and so I want to get some of my own. I purchased this from a Books-A-Million in Fort Smith, Arkansas a few weeks ago while our family was doing Sukkot. We were taking a field day or field trip to Fort Smith, and we visited that Books-A-Million. And it took me forever to decide which book I wanted, but I came across this and picked it up immediately. I wanted to stay in the same theme of Gothic novels and books after finishing the Gothic October's Classics Edition reading challenge that my mother has put together. I will link my little video about that here, so you can go check that out. And I was just still in the mood, so I was trying to decide which Gothic book I wanted to read next, and I had always wanted to read Frankenstein. So I am about 94 pages in, so almost halfway through this. This book has about 136 pages, I want to say. Yeah, about 136 pages. So I still have a few days worth of reading it. My goal was to finish it by the end of October, but I only have 2 days left, so that's why I mentioned that it's going to be lumped into November. So I do have a nice weekend coming up, so maybe I can get some more chapters read and see if I can maybe try to get it finished before November 1st, but we'll see. So now I want to go into a trilogy, a series that is very dear to my heart. It is called the Emily of New Moon. Well, the first book is, I call it the Emily of New Moon series, but it is written by L.M. Montgomery, who is the same authoress for the Anne of Green Gables series. So this has the same beautiful and fairy tale-like and romantic way of writing, but a very different character. And I want to go into how Emily and Anne are different, and how these 2 books helped me learn a way of picking out the type of literature and the type of films that I like to entertain myself with using color theory. I will go into more detail about the Emily of New Moon series probably more in November, as they aren't what I'm reading right now, but I will mention a few things about Emily just to help with my color theory description. So I brought this concept up to my mother a few months ago, and she's really encouraged me to share it, and it's kind of a fun way to pick out what I want to read because I'm someone who loves colors, and I associate things with colors. So I will associate people with colors, I'll associate music with colors, characters, animals. I just love to describe things using a color. So the differences between Anne and Emily in my world of color theory is having a light character set in a dark setting, a dark character set in a light setting, and then the light character set in the same light setting and dark character set in the same dark setting. So there's 4 different concepts that I have. Emily falls into the light character in a dark setting. Things such as the Phantom of the Opera. Christine, in my concept, is a light character set in a dark setting. Another book that has really helped me create this concept is The Little White Horse by Elizabeth Googe, I believe. And Maria would be a light character set in a dark setting. Another really good example is Jane Eyre. Jane Eyre is a light character set in a dark setting. And what I mean by a light character in a dark setting is the light character part is this person is pure of heart, pure of soul, kind of a meek, quiet character, innocent, usually young, and they are a contrast to everything else around them, hence the term a dark setting. So I'm going to have Emily and Christine Daae from Phantom of the Opera kind of lumped together, just so that I don't give too much away from this book. But Emily and Christine are, in my mind, these young, innocent characters that are forced into a world that is full of darker tones, darker characters. And what I mean by dark, I don't always mean evil. I more mean by colors. So the cover of this book is actually a perfect example. Emily is wearing a white dress, and she's sitting by a light window, but then everything else around her is dark. Her hair is dark, her stockings are dark, the setting around her is this very dark brown color. And in the book, there's a lot of description of these dark, moody, rainy days, or these dark lit rooms, and she is this very ghostly, pale character that kind of like brightens up the room. You'll see a lot of art pieces and paintings where all of the setting and the scenery is dark, and then you have this one subject, whether it's a person or an item, that's glowing and it just catches your eye. That is a light character in a dark setting. Having a dark character in a light setting is very different. For instance, I read Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, and Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde together, they kind of lump in as a dark character in a light setting. So everyone around them is super innocent, very lighthearted, happy, they're living their own lives, and then you have this character that has this very dark soul, this very dark way of thinking. He's mysterious and isn't all right in the head. And so we can use the painting analogy again, where everything around this black subject is super bright and pretty and pure and innocent and good, and then you have just this black, dark figure. And again, I don't always mean evil, but I'm just using an over extreme to explain. Another really good example, and this is kind of more on the film side. I haven't seen this film yet, but this is kind of how I put this character. Count Dracula from the Dracula movie, book, or whatever. He is a dark character in a light setting. He is evil, but you have all of this light background. Everyone is innocent, everyone is pure, the colors are beautiful, and then you just have this stark, dark character that just kind of stands out. Whether they are dark in terms of their soul or they're dark in terms of just their coloring. I mentioned earlier that I was going to use Anne of Green Gables as an example, and she is different from these two. She's just a light character in a light setting. So everything is super bright and super pretty and super happy. She's a pure, innocent character. Everyone else around here is pure and innocent. There isn't really these dark, moody characters that are in there, and the scenery around her is also bright and pretty, and innocent and good. So, you know, when I think of, you know, colors for her, I think of, you know, bright pinks and yellows and pretty greens and whites and things and stuff. So it's a funny way of putting literature into that, but like I said, it helps me decide what I want to read, especially the mood that I'm in. If it's a rainy day and it's dark, I'm not in the mood to read a light setting book like Anne of Green Gables, but I would be in the mood for reading Emily of New Moon because she's still a light set character, but it's in a dark setting, or like Jane Eyre. But then if it is a super sunny, bright day, then I want to read Anne of Green Gables because that's a light setting, light colored book to me. I'm not gonna, you know, pick up Dracula because it's a dark character in a light setting, and that's not really something that I have an interest in my concept, because I like reading about light characters in dark settings, to be honest, or just light characters in general. I hope that this concept makes sense. It's very hard for me to explain in words, and I think maybe down the road I can re-explain it when I've read more. But because this is the next series that I'm going to be reading, I wanted to bring that up just because it's a fun little tidbit and a fun little way of looking at literature. So if that makes sense to you, what are some books and films that you think would kind of fit into this concept and in this way of thinking? Just let me know in the comments down below. So that is my very small reading pile for the next few months. I'm starting off small because I'm trying to get back into the habit of reading more, and so I don't want to overwhelm myself. But I'm very excited for all 4 of these books, and I will give you all updates as I go along. Probably I will make a video talking about each book in the trilogy. Not going into too much detail because I don't want to give any spoilers, but just to kind of have some highlights about it. Thank you all for watching my video and for spending time with me. I appreciate all the love that I've gotten recently. I'm super excited for this new journey. If you want to see more fun and exciting content, I do have an Instagram page as well as a TikTok account. You can check those out down below. I also have an Etsy shop that I am very slowly adding more items to. Hopefully there will be more available this Christmas, so you can check that out down below as well. And here pretty soon, I'm hoping to have a Discord server where I can keep in touch with everyone, and we can have some exclusive content conversations that not everywhere else will have. I hope that you all have a lovely day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.